Okay, I'm just talking about grass control and Rhizoctonia, which is a part of the no-till into pastures project with Grain into Graze 2 with Mallee Sustainable Farming. A couple of things we found out last year on the parts of the paddock. We had a good medic pasture, and half of the paddock we spray topped, so the grasses were able to grow through, and just through to September when they were spray topped. Half the paddock was the grass removal. When we looked at the Rhizoctonia build-up, we found that the Rhizoctonia was far higher where spray topping had just occurred as opposed to grass removal. So I guess that's one clear thing, that a farmer who wants to reduce his Rhizoctonia worry coming out of pastures, grass removal gives a much stronger indication than just spray topping. The other interesting thing was come autumn this year, where the areas of the paddock where there was only spray topping, there was a much stronger regeneration of grasses, particularly barley grass, in that half of the paddock. So often we think we get really good grass control with spray topping, but the reality is there's a lot of grasses that come right through, and so that certainly picked up in a big green tinge on that half of the paddock, but also we picked up a lot higher Rhizoctonia levels in the soil from that half of the paddock as well. So that's really important, and so where we did the spray topping, there was probably medium levels of Rhizoctonia on our trial paddock. Where we'd done the grass removal, it was generally fairly low levels of Rhizoctonia. But there was one other really important point to that part of it. There was a couple of patches where the farmer missed out on doing his autumn weed control, and so it was a green patch that was growing right through autumn through to the time of seeding in late May. We also did Rhizoctonia testing there and found that the levels were sky high in those. So if ever you think that it's not worth doing autumn weed control for Rhizoctonia, well, think again, because this really showed quite clearly that if you let your volunteer weeds grow through autumn, you really are building up root disease.